Well, windmills, so long as there's wind, they just keep going and going and going. At 94 years young, Merwin Backman is very much like the windmills he adores, but it's more than just the wind that keeps him going, and he's someone you should know.
Someone You Should Know is sponsored by First Light Home Care of North Dakota.
Now this one is the 37, and keep my fingers crossed. I hope a wheel doesn't come off, but it's sure on there good.
A star windmill, the windmill of his dreams, now on his own property. Windmills have been a big part of Merwin Backman's life since he was born. His family started a well drilling business, Backman Drilling, in the late 1800s, giving access to water for families in and all around his hometown of Wilton. Before electricity and solar, windmills were used for pumping water.
That was the main pumping thing. You bet that was the one that took care of the water for the place. And years ago, them windmills were very important, very important. Better than the pump handler, though. When it wasn't windy, kids used to have to do that.
One of Merwin's earliest memories of windmills was the one in his own family's yard.
I grew up by that windmill, put it that way.
When he was about 4 years old, he liked to climb the ladder and sit on the platform. The problem was, he didn't want to come down when his mom called. So one day, when his dad came home from the field, she told Merwin's dad about her predicament.
He turned around and went back to the tractor and got a big wrench. And when I saw him coming, I figured, boy, this is the end, really. And he went over and broke that step out, so I couldn't get up. And that was, I would say, 90 years ago now.
And the evidence is still there today. Merwin continued the family tradition, taking over Backman Drilling, but well drilling and windmills weren't his only interest. Merwin's cousin would stay with the family from time to time when she was attending school to be a funeral director.
She had all her books and stuff there, and I used to study them. That's where I got my interest in that.
When he was about 50, Merwin started working at the funeral home and did so for 20 years. Merwin also spent a lot of time in his truck, which they bought brand new on November 15th of 1948, hauling cattle.
Put a lot of days and nights in, one after the other, hauling cattle to Fargo, and would make round trips and get in there midnight or later and then back home.
When it comes to the drilling business, times have changed drastically. Today, drilling rigs are used, but Merwin says that's not what they used back in the day.
And he always used dynamite them days, because there was a coal mine here and everybody knew dynamite here. So he would go down and put that dynamite in a short fuse and have my dad hoist him out. And sometimes he'd barely get out and that'd go off.
Merwin hasn't slowed down. His 4 children, Renee, Mark, Ryan, and Rex, are all a big part of his life. 2 of his sons took over the family business, and Merwin stays plenty busy helping them. How?
I tell him what to do.
While working on a well west of Mandan, his son Rex saw a tower and windmill.
He walked over, it had the round blades, and that's the one I wanted. So he told me, and of course there was no rest until I got that. And there it is.
And it's not just the blades that make the star unique.
All windmills have a platform to stand on. But in order to get on there, you had to crawl around it, Well, it sticks out that much, and you're coming up a ladder and crawl around that. That turned off just about everybody. And so here Star comes. They just left it open. Just go right on up.
Today, Merwin stands proud with his very own Star windmill. And at 94 years young, Merwin has one solid piece of advice to offer us all.
You throw a can of Coke in the seat and a Fifth Avenue candy bar. And you work, and at noon or so, you eat that and go and keep going. Vegetables, you stay away from.
Merwin Backman, the windmill man, is someone you should know. Amazing. He says that all of his kids and his grandson, they all had a big part in making this happen for him, which he's eternally grateful. Yeah. And even Renee, she painted that star. And also, he likes his sleep too, because that day that I went to interview him, I got there about 10:15, 10:20. He said, I woke up at 9:55 this morning.
So sleep's another key factor into the longevity.
Yes, it is. That's
there we go.
If you think that there's someone we should know like Merwin, you can fill out the nomination form on our website at kxnet.com.
What a cute story. Thank you so much for that one.
Thank you.